Okay guys, let's continue. Lesson 6. let's check lesson 6. We can do this guys, we can do this. Open in the app. Styling the bottom tabs. So yeah, someone texted me during the week. Meantime, around that time I wasn't started with week 3. So let me check what's the issue here.
As ordinary hyperlinks, we see these guys are still ordinary hyperlinks with some very simple styling. We're going to make them look just as attractive as the top tabs. Back in our style sheet, we copy the comment. Remember, it's Control C to copy and Control V to paste.
Control C.
We'll put in a comment here that says bottom tabs. Alright, now let's look at the name that we've given the div box in our index.html. The name that we've given it, or the ID that we've given it, is tabs dash bottom. Alright, so going back to our style sheet, we type hash
yes, a space
tabs dash bottom. Curly braces, open and close.
Hash.
And let's put our styling inside there.
Okay. It's tabs dash bottom, then our curly brackets, enter.
We give it a position which is fixed, because this is going to be fixed now, not at the top but at the bottom of the screen. We set its bottom value to 0. Now this simply means that this is going to be set at the bottom, so there it'll be stuck to the bottom section of the screen. We give it a left of 0, so it will be stuck to the left as well. And again, we'll give it a Z index of 500, just like we did for the header as well as the top tabs. The width will be set, as you guessed, to 100%, and the height will be identical to the top tabs, which is also 40 pixels. So doing a comparison between tabs top and tabs bottom, you can see that they are almost identical, with one exception, and that is the bottom value here is set at 0 and the top value here is set at 80 pixels. Otherwise, they are identical. Obviously, one last detail is going to differentiate them, and that is the background color. The background color here we'll set to a beautiful green called forest green, which is a dark, rich green color. Okay, and now we'll add the styling for the links at the bottom. Hash tabs bottom A.
Okay, let's not make the same mistake we made, or I made, on lesson. This is lesson I forgot. This is lesson 6. On lesson 4, I think I made the mistake on lesson 4. Now we're gonna have shift hash. It's gonna be tabs bottom A, because this was the issue on that lesson. Okay, it hash tabs bottom A. Okay.
Curly braces, open and close. We'll float these guys to the left. The display type will be block. We'll set the width to 50%. Now, why does this differ from the hyperlinks for tabs top? Let's look at the hyperlinks for tabs top. We set the width here to 33%, which is 1/3 the width of the screen. And here we're setting it to 50%, which is half the width of the screen. Now, let's look at the browser to determine why we are giving these two sections or these two sets of hyperlinks different widths. If you look at the top tabs, the hyperlinks there are 3 in number, and each one needs to take up 1/3 of the space that's allocated to the entire top tabs, which is the width of the screen. So each hyperlink button is 1/3 the width of the screen. At the bottom, we've only got weather and feedback, which is just 2. So each one will take up half the width of the screen. That is why we give it a width of 50%. We give it a height of 33 pixels. And not 33, sorry, 35 pixels. Then we're going to set the font weight to 700, just like we did earlier on. Remember, the font weight doesn't have any unit, so it's just a number, 700. Set the color to white. Text align, again, center. Text decoration, set to none. And finally, padding top, set to 12 pixels. Now notice these two bits of styling information, tabs bottom and tab top. If you study them carefully, you'll see that they are identical in every way except the width of each item, the width of each hyperlink. They are identical in every other way. Let's save this and have a look at it in our browser. Control S saves. Back in the browser, we hit refresh, and there we have it. Our
Control
homepage
S, we
is
save there, guys, and then now we're gonna refresh on our browser, and here we have it. Here we have it.
taking shape. In fact, our homepage is ready. The next page we're going to work on is the animals page.
Alright guys, I'll see you on lesson 7. Like and subscribe.